our little mansion. Yeah. So I just feel like showing it like this. Our little folding screen from last time. Wait, I'll bring it to the camera. And yeah, I think this, from some reason, it actually looks better in this angle. But yeah, so as you can see, I have changed the paper from the original plan. But yeah, I think I showed you the paper, this peacock pattern. I can bring it even closer. Haha, look at that. I think I showed you the peacock paper a while back, and I said that I might use it in one of the rooms. We might still do that, but I really like how it looks in the on a folding screen, and it felt a bit more, well, definitely more interesting than just the plain kind of the mask pattern that I had originally planned. And I'm just putting it in the room. And then if I'll do the split screen, then you can see how it sits there. And I really like it there. I think it, it fits the colors. I am still considering maybe I'll add a little like teeny legs or something to make it a little bit higher. Right now it's completely flat at the bottom. So I might add some legs to make it a little bit taller, even though it is basically a hey Kara. Ooh, wait. Yeah, there's a that's another reason I might add some legs to it, because this area in the floor, well, it's because the floor is not glued yet. So it's a little wobbly sometimes. So yeah, but I really like how the screen came out. And today we're gonna add chairs to this little, not so little table there. So without further ado, I guess. Oh wait, no. I do. No, you know what? I'll do it in the end. Let's get to doing some chairs. Yeah. So I'm gonna move to the full screen table here. And the idea for the chairs, I'm gonna put the room aside and just keep the table around. So we'll have the scale. Wool tumbler. Yes. Okay. So moving that aside. And so my plan for these chairs is to actually, last time we built chairs, I used this wire and basically wire, and this time I want to use toothpicks because I feel like, yeah, it'll be more fitting. The toothpicks are, of course, more narrow than the legs of the table, so I think it fits the scale. And I have written down some measurements for myself that hopefully would work. I have started working on it, but yeah, I want to start from scratch with you. I do have an extra stage ready because, otherwise we will be spending a lot of time waiting for glue to dry. So let's see how this works. And my plan is to make chairs that have a very, will be those chairs that are from wood and are perhaps not the most comfortable in the world, but definitely like on the sort of imposing or impressive side. I want them to have very, very high backs. So for the back, I'm going to go with 3 centimeters from the toothpick. I will need my scissors, so let's keep them around. And I'm going to just mark the measurements. And, I'm just checking that where I'm starting to cut, that I'm removing completely the part that is tapered for the well, for the peak, the toothpick, and I can already cut the other pieces or mark the other pieces. So for the length of the chair, of the seat, I want 0.9 centimeters, so 9 millimeters. So I'm marking here. And then for the front leg, because the back of the seat will include the front leg. So the back leg, the back leg. Ooh. And for the front leg, I want half a centimeter, so 5 millimeters, and I'm marking it here. And after marking it on one toothpick, I can just take another toothpick and sort of transfer my markings. I find that, sometimes if my measurement on the with the rulers are not exact, sometimes it's just better to take the measurements that I've already marked. It just keeps it more accurate, I guess. And let's just start cutting the pieces. So I'm just removing the tip there. This would be, and I'm just holding this so it wouldn't fly off, hopefully. Ooh, it's gonna fly off. I can feel it. No, it didn't. Success. And I'll just cut all of my pieces. Trying to not cut my fingers while I'm doing it, because that's, always useful. Yeah. Hope you're doing well today. We had some crazy rain here a little while ago. Somehow that flew to the other side of the room, but oh well. It's just a tip, I do not need it. Yeah, we had crazy rain. It somehow seems that every time there's rain on a day that I have a live, thankfully, it seems to end right before the live. So, because it can be super noisy. So, yeah, but it was nice. We didn't get a lot of rain this year, so it was actually nice to have rain. Anyways, there we have our pieces. Now I'm gonna take my little nail file here. And just do this really annoying noise while I'm just straightening the edge, smoothing it out. It just looks better, and yeah, it looks more finished and all the good stuff. So I think it's a little less annoying when I'm doing it when I'm holding it in the air. Hopefully I'm right. There we go. Move to the side of it. And I'll just do that. This is most important for me for the edges that will actually be on the floor, because I want it to be straight. I don't want any bumps down there. But it's useful to kind of smooth out all the pieces. I'm just less worried. So these pieces that I'm working on now, these guys are actually going to be kind of the base of the seat, I would say, something like that. And it's just so it's good to have it smooth, but it's not that important. And these teeny tiny pieces are going to be the front legs. It's a little tricky to smooth it out, but I will do my best. I can use a tweezer maybe. Not this one. Need one. There it is. Yeah. I find the other tweezer is that I was so where are you now? Yeah. This tweezer is the kind of the reverse kind that when you press it opens. And it's really great for some things, but I find that if you need to grab a hold for something like this to actually file down the wood, basically, like I'm doing now, you need more pressure than these, at least this one specifically gives. So if I'm using tweezers for this kind of thing, I would use this kind, the regular type. Yep. So that's one. We have one more. Why is that making such weird noise? I don't know if you heard it, but it was like squeaking, which was very disturbing. Not fun to hear at all. Okay. Just a little bit more here. Try to do it maybe on the side so you can see better, although, I mean, I'm guessing that you get what I'm doing. You don't actually need to see that much. Oh, that's good. You did not want to hear it, trust me. Okay. So I will use my favorite glue for this, the Heavy Body Gel, to put these pieces together. And what I will do is actually, just a sec. Yeah, okay, I'll use this one to put the glue. So what I will try to do, so basically what I'm going to do is build this shape. Right? This will be the side of the chair. So that's very high back with the seat here, which I think is fitting for this style of house. Now what I'm going to do is actually just try to do it maybe while it's here so you can actually see what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm going to take the leg, front leg, put it right next to the back seat. And I'm trying to do it without covering it, but it's really hard. I think, though, okay, because I want you to see what I'm doing, but it's very hard. So yeah, I'm holding it down and I'm marking on the seat where the front leg is. And now I'm going to glue the, I don't know. It's basically the side for the seat. The side, yeah. Stay right now. Watch. Oh, thank you so much, Deborah. I'm really happy that you came by, and thanks so much for the lovely message. And enjoy the replay. I totally get. I have to sit down out of a lot of lives because, yeah, busy schedule. But thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, so put some glue down there. Oh, hello again, you. Let's ignore that. And Yeah, just putting it there. And I'm gonna kind of smooth down some of the glue. I'm trying to make sure that it is actually 90 degrees. I sometimes actually use the squares on the media mat. I can kind of lie down and see that it's exactly 90 degrees. But I will actually put it, just really don't like how these non-stick mat look on the screen on the camera. So I'll just put it a little bit of it here so it doesn't bug you too much. And we'll let it dry for a bit. Just a second. I think I might have kicked it a bit. There it is, 90 degrees. So that's one. And we'll let it dry a little bit before I add the front leg, and I'll do the other side. So again, I'm just putting it together to make sure that the front leg and the back are the same height. And holding it down, I'm trying to hold it down correctly. Yes, I think that's fine. And I'll just mark it here. We'll take a teeny bit of glue because we really don't need much at all. And just put it down here. Yeah, and just need to remember when I'm doing this that the marking that we've done is the top of the front leg. I'm actually checking. I think I did it okay here. I might have to move it a bit, which means that that I have to glue this right above it because we want. Well, yeah, we want it to be in the right height. That makes sense, right? Okay. So I'm gonna use again my media mat here to make sure that this is 90 degrees and put it down here to glue, to start to dry. Oh no, it moved. Yeah. Just checking. I think, see, the first one I've actually placed a little bit too low. So I'm gonna push it up a bit. So it's right on the line that I marked. I don't know if you can see. Focus, focus camera. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. No, seriously, you can. I think it worked now, maybe. Right? No? This is frustrating. Just a second. Maybe we'll put like a piece of paper under it. I think so. Yeah. So I think you can see the marking that I glued right on top, above it. Okay, so now what we need to do is glue the front leg right to, here. And generally I would probably wait a bit longer. Let's see if we can do it safely. Just line it right on the edge. Just a second. Yeah. Of this, trying to glue it right on the end. And again, I'm gonna use the lines here on the media mat to make sure that it's all 90 degrees and straight. Honestly, you do need to, or you should, it would be best to wait until the first one is dry. And that's why, yeah, I actually pre-made this stage. So now that I've showed you basically how I did that, I will put these aside, let them dry, and bring this to in. See? Ta-da! So you can see now the side of the chair. This is, the glue here is completely dry. And what I'm planning to doing is using this little piece as the seat. You can see that it's not, I need to kind of cut it a little bit more angle on one side, I think. Yeah. Just a sec. So it would be the same. We'll say at the moment now, looking at it, this feels like a very narrow seat. So I might actually recut it. I think we'll redo it to make it a little bit wider, because this feels like, yeah, I mean, think that if this is the table, this is the seat. I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Let me know what you think. I'm not sure if this is too narrow. I think it's a little narrow, a seat, so I think I will cut it again. I make it a little bit wider. So I'm using, it's the same wood grain paper that I use always. This is a piece that was glued on top of craft paper, so it's more thick and more stable. And I'll just use this. Okay, dining room tables can be organized to make the chairs look smaller. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels, it's more that it feels like if this is the width and this is, like, well, this is where your butt is, basically. It just feels like, that it doesn't make, it's either too narrow or way too deep. So I think I'll just make it a little wider. So it would be at least maybe a little bit more comfortable looking. I don't think it would be comfortable chairs, and that's fine. They're not, I don't know, maybe they like making their guests uncomfortable. I kind of like the idea of that. But yeah, so let's see if we have, also I want to kind of think of how many chairs we want to put in. So this is 2 centimeters here, and I have just under 6 here. So I think if I want to say, if I want to be able to put like 3, I think I'll do it, so that I'll be able to put like 3 here and 1 on each side, like 3 on both sides and 2 on the top and bottom, sort of thing. So let's say I'll do it. Doesn't have to be much wider. Let's see. This one I did, it's mainly the back, really. So the back here is 4 millimeters, which is indeed very narrow. So let's go up to 6, maybe. And the front is 7 millimeters. No, 8. Sorry, 8 millimeters, I think. And then it gets a bit of an angle there. I'm just kind of trying to imagine how it would look if we put it on this. And yeah, I think that would be good. definitely... Okay. Oversized, not organized. Yeah, definitely. Even though it's you know, kind of funny to say oversized on anything in this house. But that is the nature of miniatures. Okay. Thinking. Just trying to see that I cut it right, that it have the good angles. Yeah, it looks good. So, I'll color the edges. Just darken this. Oh, that's already done. Good. This. I think I'll actually do the bottom as well. Just for the heck of it. I might actually add another layer of wood paper on the bottom. And ooh, I just thought of something because I have from the okay. Just a sec. There it is. So from the folding screen that we did last time, I actually have these pieces that are sticky on the back side. And I do believe it would fit. So I'm just gonna, take the opportunity and use them. It's already got glue in it. Which always makes things quicker. So we'll just put it in place and I'll just cut right around it. Awesome. That also makes the whole thing a bit thicker. So yeah, now it feels like a nice, sturdy, uncomfortable chair. There we go. Just making sure that everything in the edges is colored, because if I'll have to do it afterwards, it will be very annoying. So we'll do it now. Okay. And I'm going to, yeah. Let's glue these guys. Then we'll think a bit. We'll figure out the base, the back. Ooh, and I see that the glue here is probably not. I probably didn't put enough glue here or something, because it's not feeling very sturdy. Ooh, I had a current voice. It happens. But anyways, I've got plenty of glue this time. And I'm just going to put the sit down. And this is really just very patient, delicate work here, but we got it. I think I'm gonna just hold it with my tweezers, so my fingers will not hide what I'm doing. Yeah, so you can see it's going with a slight angle to the side. Oh, honestly, slight angle to the side, kind of to give it a bit more interest, I guess. And yeah, just try and grab it here so I can straighten it. Okay. So something else we can do is just lay it on the side and gently tap here to make sure everything is seated in the right angle. And I'll also glue the other side. This one feels a bit more stable. That's good news. And yeah, I mean, sometimes it is better to glue one, let it sit and dry, and then glue the other. But when I have things like, yeah, something like a chair that you want the height to be the same on both sides, I generally, even though it means a lot of fiddling and a lot of patience and sometimes a whole lot of frustration, I do generally prefer to glue it at the same time because then I can do this. Oh, okay. And make sure that it is actually sitting straight, that everything is not falling apart. Sometimes you find out that it is. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, I do apologize, this is a fiddle chapter apparently, but this is the exciting part that edited video skips out. I mean, isn't it all riveting? It moved again. No. Okay, just a second. I'm kind of figuring out also this is the opportunity to decide. Ooh, this is so weird. To decide what width we want the back to be. So, I'm not entirely sure what is going on with this one. Okay. It does stand. Very gently putting a teensy bit of pressure to see that it is stable. And I think it is. So yeah. So this would be the chair. It'll be like this. It's very high, which is what I wanted, so that's good. And yeah, it's still kind of shifting. Okay. Hey! Hey, Ira. How are you? It's been a while. And thank you for coming. Yeah, I'm fiddling with a chair. You might have guessed. Um, there we go. Hopefully this will keep it stable. Ooh. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really happy I remembered that I had the paper because it did come out a lot nicer with it, I think. Okay, so I'm not sure that this is the most stable chair, but we also need to let it dry. And while it's drying, we can think of what to do for the back. So there's a couple of options. I'm trying to find what I was looking for. Um, hmm, just a second. Oh, if I not oh, okay, just a second. I am looking for because I thought I had. Oh, maybe it's this. Yeah. So I have just a narrower strip, so I can just, basically, I don't know if you'll be able to see it from this angle. Thank you. Yeah, it's very high back. I really like that. So we can just, basically put a nice piece of wood on the back that will just make it all one piece. Or we can, do some and leave some room at the bottom. Maybe we might do that. Oh, no, no, no. What are you doing? You are straight. I saw that. Stay. There you go. Oof. Yeah, it needs to dry completely. So, think go back to the leggies that we put aside to dry for a bit. We'll glue them on, and then we can finalize this chair, hopefully. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes, I mean, I do love sharing the process for these kind of um, for this kind of the furniture and stuff. But sometimes it's really, I guess it's just maybe not the best thing to do on a live. You tell me, because it's just like, yeah, I put a bit of glue and then we put it aside to dry and wait. Because if you want it to be stable, which is generally what we want, yes, then the best way to do it is to just put the glue and set it aside and basically not touch it until it's done, till it's completely dry. Which again, yeah, it's not too bad. Usually when I do it, you know, when I work on something like that, I would just put the glue, put it aside to dry, and get back to it. I'll do something else. It's one of those things that I would do while doing something else. But during a live, a lot of times I focus on one item that I'm showing. Then I don't know. I don't know. You will let me know. I put wiped off glue on the back of hand, stays out of the way until I can quickly rub it off. Yeah, yeah. That is good. That's a good way to do it. Yeah. But, okay, let's see if we can glue this part. Because the thing with, I mean, so sometimes if I would do something bigger, I would just use a hot glue on lives, because then it dries almost immediately and you're good to go. But with something this size, it'll just drown. It'll drown in hot glue. It will be very ridiculous, really. So, yeah, I don't know. Um, but I do think it's sometimes fun watching this process as well. Okay. So Yeah. Just want to make sure this is right on the edge. There we go. Ooh. Let's see if we can come back to our main guy. We'll put these guys aside to dry. And okay. I mean, obviously it's not finished completely, but I think it is probably stable enough for me to work on it a little bit. Probably should have brought my heat tool or something. Don't necessarily like using heat tool on glue. It does work, obviously, but sometimes it bubbles up. And on some projects, I don't mind, but when it's something this tiny, the bubbles can really change the texture to a point that is, well, just not what I'm going for. Okay. How are you feeling, chair? You don't want to stand up? Come on. Yes, you do. There you go. You're standing up great. Okay. So, back. Let's take some measurements and see what we're doing, because I kind of, oh, yeah, it's not feeling very stable. We'll see how it goes. I will admit that sometimes the things that I do during the live, because I'm not waiting long enough, they're not, I sort of have to redo them sometimes, a little bit at least. But that's okay. I think the important thing in this case is that I can share the. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. I will say that my scale is yeah, I've already discovered that a few of the things that I've done were probably actually too small for the scale of the house, which is kind of ridiculous. It was a little bit unexpected, but that's okay. I guess that's okay. So, should we do a full back? I think I'll do a full back. I feel like it would fit better with the room, and I am gonna color the legs to fit the rest of the chair. Yeah, afterwards. So I have about 2.5 centimeters there. 2.5 centimeters will actually be a bit taller, which I kind of like. I think I can add, a little bit of a rounded top, which, yeah, it'll just give it a bit more character, I think. So let's take this piece. And again, it's the wood grain paper that is already colored. And you can see that it's also, I don't know if you can catch it, that it's a little shiny because I've put collage medium on it to seal it and make it stronger and all those things. All the good stuff. So we need it to be 2.5 centimeters. And the width, it might actually be, yeah, this is just a teensy bit maybe too wide, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a little bit too wide. It's not even a millimeter too wide, so I'll just kind of hand free hand cut it. Yes, that's the word. Free hand cut it. We'll just remove a sliver, really just a sliver from the side. And then I'm just gonna sort of find my needle here and do a bit of a round edge. Just like this. See that it's, yeah. I think it might be just a second. I actually like it a bit more, not so rounded, a little bit more tip. And just to check, pick it up. And be like this. Yes. It looks straight out of a, I don't know, convent or something. It's actually a teensy bit too high. Like 1 millimeter too high. So I'll chop a bit from the bottom, just a bit. And before we start gluing, I'll take my marker again and color all the edges and the back. For this part, I don't think, yeah, I'm not gonna double it up for the back, like with wood, because I feel like this width is good enough, I think. Let me see in a second. If it'll bug me, then I might actually back it up anyway, because this will be visible. So yeah, we'll probably do a backing, but yeah, so I think what I'll do is actually I'll glue it down like this, and um if the back here that is basically colored craft stock, if it bugs me afterwards, then I can always add a little strip of the wood paper. So let's put on some glue and glue the back. That came up about a bit too much there. Okay, so gluing it on both sides. And yeah, I think I've already said it a few times that I do always actually put too much glue when I'm doing this, and then just remove the excess. I personally find it easier. It sort of depends also on the glue, which glue I'm using for that specific thing. But yeah, I just find it easier. Okay, so we're holding it down. I can feel it's a little bit crooked, but hopefully the back will actually fix it a bit. Okay, so placing it down and just gonna press it into the back. I'm gonna, yeah, and holding it from the back, you can also see, just making sure that these little toothpicks are nicely hidden behind the seat. Everything is nice and straight. And we'll check in a second if they're still standing straight, because that does tend to sometimes shift around a bit. So let's see. Okay. So it looks good. Does it stand? It does, but it's very not straight. Let's see. Okay. Ooh. Let's see. So, okay. It is standing. I think it's not the most straight, so I might have to kind of, like, what's the word? File it down a bit, one of the legs. We'll see. You can see that this might. But basically, we have the chair. Obviously, it still needs coloring and everything. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I'm not happy with it falling all the time, but that will be fixed. Sometimes this is one of those things that if I can't fix it while I'm doing the gluing, then it's better to just let it sit, let the glue dry completely. So probably like even a couple of hours, even tomorrow. I'm gonna okay. Let's see if I can just hold it to the table so you can see how the height fits. So you can see that yeah, it's a little hard to do. Maybe, okay, you know what? Hello. I think it might actually be easier if I'll do it here. So you can see the table and the height of the chair, which I think looks like a good scale together. So yeah, we have a teeny little chair. Let's see if we can, just a second, we can skip this. And I'll hold it up here. There you go. Tiny chair. I'll probably add just a second, like a piece of toothpick right here, which will probably also help me straighten things and stabilize the whole tiny bit. But yeah, that's about it. I'll finish it off like with coloring and everything and put a picture probably tomorrow. I'm currently kind of busy with a video that I'm editing, so I'll try and find time to finish it tomorrow and post it. But yeah. And what I wanted to let you know is that I'm planning on taking a bit of time off to well, yeah, rest a little, but also kind of I want to reorganize some stuff here in this room because I've been doing the lives here for a while and it's not the best setup. So I want to kind of fix it up a bit, and I need a bit of time for doing that. So I'm going to take the last week of December and first week of January off from these live, so we'll have 2 weeks off. I'll be back, I think we'll have another live next week, so right before Christmas. It'll be on the 23rd, so I hope you can still join me. But yeah, and I was thinking that maybe we'll either just continue with the house, or maybe I'll just do something special because it's right before Christmas. So we might do some tiny little thing that would not be exactly related to this house because I don't know, or maybe I don't know, haunted Christmas decorations from the attic. I don't know. We'll think of something. I might just continue doing the house as usual, and I might do something a bit more seasonal. And then I'll have 2 weeks off and come back hopefully with a better setup and more rooms to do because we have a lot of work. So yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, if you enjoyed this, then please click the like button so I'll know you enjoyed it. If you're seeing this on a replay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this, and please feel free to ask any questions. I do tend to kind of, get into it during the lives, and I sometimes forget to say what I'm using and what exactly I'm doing. So if you have any questions at all, please feel free. I'm always happy to answer. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.